Do you remember that time that without really any experience, help, money, or time, I decided to do a short in 4 days? This is gonna be fun. This is a cup that Gandalf would have had. You get it? Do you get it? Okay. Hey guys, so first things first, introduction. I am going to show you the short that I just did. Which isn't at all terrifying because I'm super proud of it and nothing went wrong. And I know everything that you need to know about doing everything. And then after that, keep watching because it'll happen right after that. I'm going to watch it and talk about everything that I learned for future projects. Okay, and here we go. Enjoy the show.
Hey, hon, your cottage cheese is here for you.
That's right, your cottage cheese. We have been here with you through it all, through the ups and downs, through thick and thin, for over 5,000 years. And yes, we'll be with you for 5,000 more. We are constant. We are comfort. We are cottage cheese, and we remain, as always, here for you.
No, George, you can't love me. You don't know what you're saying. You only think that you love me because you don't really know me. If you really knew me as I truly am, you couldn't possibly love me.
I do. I know you better than you know yourself.
Oh, do you really mean it, George?
Yes, Beatrice, I do.
Oh, I love you, George. I love you, and I always have.
Cottage cheese. You can find us wherever Ridge potato chips are sold.
Okay, so I have been trying to screen record and for some reason it's not working on my computer. That's gonna be the theme of the month, isn't it? For some reason my computer's not working. Anyway, editing this video is gonna be fun. Okay, November short challenge, short 1, cottage cheese. It's not really a short, I'm kind of lying. Because it's a commercial, because it is. Oh well. I don't want to do this. Can you tell? We're gonna do it. It'll be fine. Here's my mom.
Hey, hon, your cottage cheese is here for you.
That's right.
Okay. So many things. So, what I would do in the future. Granted, my mom is not an actress, and she's really nice to do this because she's amazing. So what I would have done prior is I would have done rehearsals, because that's the thing that people do. So that I could have had her walk through everything a couple times, say everything a couple of times, more than a couple times, just like till she felt comfortable, because she wasn't comfortable. Because there was a camera in front of her and her daughter's asking her to like do this thing for YouTube. Who am I? So that happened. The second thing is I would have taken a lot more time to set up the frame, because in my head I was like, oh, this will work perfectly. I don't know what I was thinking. But it's not straight. The original goal that I had was to zoom in on the cottage cheese, and then I would keep switching the cottage cheese containers out, and then because the camera was on a tripod, I could just keep doing the zoom, and I could cut seamlessly because anyway. But new to me camera, and the autofocus was not great, and the manual zooming was not great. It's better than another camera that I've used. That like the zoom just, I mean, good luck trying to. It was not butter. It was like I don't know, trying to. It was hard. I'm trying to think of a metaphor. I don't like being sick. Do you guys like being sick? I don't like being sick. Also, I would have paid more attention to the actual like monitor. Granted, my monitor is like, well, I mean, it's attached. It's the flip out of the camera. And it's like what? I don't know measurements. 2x3. It's not like a break the bank monitor. But you could see the light in the window. So I had to try to cut it out, but you can tell. I put a mask on. You can see that the mask is there. I tried to like get it around my mom's head. Oh, whatever. So I would have like looked more at the frame. This is why I need help with composition. This is why. Okay, anyway, here we go.
You through it all. Through the ups and downs, through thick and thin, for over 5,000 years. And yes, we'll be with you.
Okay. Oh, I guess this has to do with the previous, because the zoom wasn't working. So then I had to like zoom and tilt. So none of it matched in post. Why did I think it would match in post? I was like, this will be fine. I'll have time. They didn't have time. Oh, okay. So, one day when I'm proud of these, if I'm proud of these, I'm going to have 2 separate videos. There was no way that this was going to be 2 separate videos where I thought that people would like watch the short and be like, oh, that's cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. But the voiceover, like, I'm happy with that. I thought that that was funny. Like, cottage cheese is here for you? I don't know. I thought it was funny. So I like that. I was trying to find, like, cinematic music, but I have no money. So I'm just using the YouTube licensing stuff, which is great. But it's like, when you have this idea of like, oh, I really want, like, this orchestral. I think it works. Okay.
Because you don't really know me. If you really knew me as I truly...
Okay. I don't know what I need to do to help the autofocus on this. If anybody has a Canon M50, I thought that they were supposed to have like really good autofocus, and maybe, I mean, it's probably me. It's probably me, and I'm not like doing some setting that I'm supposed to be doing, but there's my face. And it's not recognizing it. It's like, oh, should we focus on the chip bag? Probably. Not that I mind my face being out of focus, because fake crying while eating ridged potato chips with cottage cheese on them is not like the sexiest thing I could ever do. So, whatever. The idea being that she wants to be comforted during this like melodramatic movie by eating her favorite snack that's been with her through thick and thin. Cottage cheese on ridged potato chips. Classic. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I did the voice, so I made up a movie starring Katharine Hepburn, and I was trying to do Cary Grant. Whatever. I like doing Katharine Hepburn's voice. I'm used to it. It's quite fun. But I already can't do a Cary Grant voice. And I'm a woman. And so I was like trying to lower my voice while I was recording it. And then I thought, oh, well, in post, I know there are ways that you can like lower voices. And you can. And they sound like demons. Or those like anonymous whatever. So now I know. that if I want to have a male voice, I should get a male voice. Yeah, so let's go.
I love you, and I always have.
Okay. Continuity issue. I live in Austin, and in Texas, in the majority of Texas, we have this grocery store called H-E-B. I love that grocery store. They're fantastic. So I went there to get all of the stuff, and I thought, hey, maybe if this is really good, I could like send it to them and be like, hey, H-E-B, if you need somebody to do your commercials. I'm not going to do that because this is awful. You know, it's nice having so much confidence in yourself prior to doing something. Yeah. So, continuity issue. The main cottage cheese carton that I had during the first scene was an H-E-B brand cottage cheese. And then I ate all of that. So I didn't have it anymore. So I had to use the Borden one, which is fine because the Borden one is in the ad. Like, I mean, I used it, but it would have been better since the H-E-B one was the one that my mom was putting on the counter for me, as if the other ones weren't really mine. They were just examples of cottage cheese that one could have because cottage cheese is here for you. Continuity, I would have kept that one and thought, you know what, I should not eat that. You live and learn. Anyway.
Cottage cheese. You can find us wherever rich potato chips are sold.
So there it is. There's the 4-day short. Now, I feel like I'm giving myself a really hard time here, because 4 days seems like time enough that you could do something better than this. But I'm just going to take a step back and give myself some grace. And here's the grace that I'm giving myself. Joe, you shot 4 videos in that week, and one had to be edited the day that you shot it. Another you were filming and editing throughout. Another one you were filming and editing throughout. And then the short itself. And you got a fever on Friday and then had to edit all of these things. So that's okay that they weren't perfect. So that's the grace that I'm giving myself. Yeah. So that's the short, guys. And what I learned from it. Okay, so my takeaways from this experience are focus on composition more. Like, spend an hour just getting the composition right if you need to. Okay, future self. Also, practice the technical aspects several times. So just like you would have an actor practice, rehearse, I need to rehearse any camera movements that I'm going to make. Okay, a positive takeaway is you asked for help from your mom, and she said yes. So asking people for help doesn't end in failure. You can ask people for help. That's fine. If they say no, they're allowed to say no, and you're expecting them to say no anyway. So if they say yes, then it's great. So yeah, that's the pro. You did it. You did it. That's another pro. You did it, you got through it, and you're gonna get through 3 more, and it's gonna be just fine. It's not gonna be amazing because, as stated before, you have no experience, no time, no money, and virtually no help. But you're gonna do it anyway because you're insane. And I love you for it. Well, guys, that's about it, because my eyes feel like they're gonna fall out and I need to go lie down. But I'll see you guys next week for short 2, which there's a theme going, is also a commercial, because, guys, look, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm not feeling well. I don't have COVID, so that's awesome. But my body is not happy with me. So I did another like super short. It's another commercial. It's another fake commercial. And if the next two after that are also fake commercials, I guess I would say don't be surprised about that. But I don't actually know. But I'll talk about that in the making of that you'll see on Tuesday. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a laugh. And if I could give you guys a takeaway, it's okay if it fails, guys, because you did it. You did it. And the next time you're gonna fail less, but you have to do the thing first before you can do it again. You know what I mean? So have some grace with yourself. Work on whatever it is that you're working on. Tackle that next blank page, physically or metaphorically. And even if it sucks, that's okay, because you filled that page. And you're gonna fill the next one with something slightly less crappy. But the more you know, just do the thing. If it's not perfect, that's okay. We have all of our lives to get better. I don't know how encouraging that is, but I'm proud of myself for doing this. And I encourage you to do the thing that you're afraid to do, because you're going to be proud of yourself for doing it when you're done. And that's all. I hope you guys have a really good Friday, really good weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next blank page. And on Tuesday. I'll also see you on Tuesday. Okay, bye.